Morning at Manuel Antonio this morning. Forgive me, I'm trying to get used to a selfie stick. So it's a lot better than holding it in my hand. I'm not right up on the head's all big. But yeah, at Manuel Antonio, down at the end, not the national park. So pretty quiet down here. A lot of rocks, a lot of yeah, I got a little cool river coming in. I look for crocodiles, and yeah, this is what. I like it. I hate the, well, I don't, I prefer rocky beaches. I want islands out there, something to look at. Just flat sand beaches with big condos. Never really done a lot for me. So this beach, Manuel Antonio, is pretty cool. Yeah, they do a lot of stuff out there. Parasailing, yeah, all kinds of stuff. Horseback rides. Yeah, but chairs, surfboards, all that cool stuff. As you're driving in, though, there's people along those basically try to get you into their parking lot. And the first time I fell for it. They stand out in the road and got their hand up to stop. And yeah, before you know it, you're in their parking lot and you're paying for parking. No, I just parked alongside the road. Some people here they appoint themselves as like a traffic cop or something. They say they're going to watch your car. I was told it's best just to pay them sometimes because they might break your windows out. So I just parked alongside the road. The guy was kind of, yeah, making himself the cop, sitting in his chair, and he was, yeah, kind of yelling at me in Spanish. I don't know what he's saying, but hopefully he doesn't break my windows out. He'll still be sitting in his car, and I think I know who did it. But yeah, this is Manuel Antonio. Yeah, not the national park, but kind of the end of the public beach area. Cool restaurants, shops. The river runs in right over there. So yeah, I like it. See, morning rocks. Careful. Crocs. Well, haven't seen one yet. This is some cool jungle action. If you were to see a crocodile, this looks like the place you might see it. So, yeah, I'm still looking. Still looking. Yeah, so I'm down at the end here by the river, and just want to share a little something that's on my mind today. It's divine appointments, how God puts people in our lives. You know, it's not by mistake. Nothing is a coincidence. And kind of crazy where from last Thursday to today, but just from Thursday through yesterday after church, yeah, just some crazy appointments. It was, you know, kind of struggling last week, and then yeah, like I talked about that. A good donation came in. I had a good day Thursday, a Bible study with the guys, so I was feeling good. The donation came in. I spoke to Luis. It was, wow, what a blessing. But it's kind of, yeah, really refocused me on my, you know, not to live in the past and the pain. But yeah, then I took a long walk Saturday up the mountain by me, 5-6 miles, and just, you know, quiet time. I need that. But went to church yesterday, and I'm at, you know, church on the beach with my Costa guys, and yeah, I was sitting there, and there's ants. These ants will eat you up. And I was sitting, and ants started eating my feet, and I tried kicking sand on them, burying them. My hand just made them madder. I know I did. They started really, yeah, going into attack mode. So I had to move my chair. I picked it up, moved it off kind of to the side, and there was a couple sitting there. I put my chair next to them, I never met him before, and in between the break for church, uh, I we introduced ourselves to each other, and they have a place here in Manuel Antonio. Asked what I'm doing, what do you do for work. I brought up, the ministry, and one of the guys came over, and I introduced him to him, and one of the success stories. Excuse me. Uh, yeah, it's John Lucas, and he's helping us with some internet stuff, Google Ads. But young guy, and he's changing his life, he's working with the children's ministry. But anyway, we talked to these people. I told them what I'm doing, and we're helping kids and trying to find our way. And uh, all of a sudden, the guy reaches in his pocket and just hands me some money, and he goes, "Here, feed some kids. Do something good with it." And I didn't know what he gave me, and his wife goes, "Here, take this. This is all I have." She hands me some money, and I said, "No, I'm all right. I'm good." And they said, "No, please, we want to help. Send us your information for your ministry." And yeah, they gave me over $300, and it just people don't know me. We talked, and the guy was a cop, and he said, "I used to think that we just need more jails for," he said, "I wanted to protect my family from the drug addicts and excuse me, from the drug addicts and the alcoholics, and I wanted to just lock them all up. And then I realized they just need God and need Jesus, and they need to change." And it was just cool because I was, fighting with police, and yeah, I used to like running from them. I was a runner, but it was just a real cool, a good interaction, and yeah, I shared our stuff with them for the ministry, and yeah, but what a blessing! What God put these people. When you're, God knows exactly what we need, and then we left and we stopped for lunch. We haven't been eating out much. We said, "Well, let's stop for lunch," and we stopped this real restaurant that we like. And a guy walked in, and we'd met him over when we fed the children at Coca last time. And what a cool guy, Miguel. And he's got a son there, and he was talking about how he's raising his son and, trying to keep him off the internet and godly views. And, what a real cool guy, neat guy. And he said there used to be a rice and bean ministry that they used to do down at a park. They'd hand out bags of food, and it really helped these families in this Coca, the community. So yeah, it was just weird because we've been thinking about that. And he lives in Coca, and he said he was at a spot like me, just starting out and trying to help people, and he didn't know what he was going to do. And all of a sudden, he started a surf school, and he said he's helping these kids, teaching them how to surf, and it's provided an income for him, and he's helping with the kids and Ruth with the pastor in the church. And he said, "I'd like to help with a food drive. Let's do this rice and bean ministry. I'd like to help." So I got his information, and anyway, that was a week or so ago. He walked in the restaurant yesterday, and him and his wife and son, and they yeah, we just talked for a minute, and I went up to pay for our meal, my wife and I's, and they said it's covered. He paid for your lunch. And I went over and I go, "Miguel, you didn't have to do that." And he said God told him to pay for my meal. And yeah, he goes, "I didn't really have a lot of money, but I told God, God told me to." So he was obedient, and he did it. And it's just, and this guy, he works with these kids in Coca. He lives right there. And I took out $100 that this guy just gave me on the beach, and I says, "Here, give him back. I'm paying it forward, and go do something good with the kids, because I know you're involved with the church and the kids there. Get them something special this week. Bless them." And it was cool. It was so, these interactions, we think they're not coincidences. This is blessings. This is God moments. And he sent me a message later that, how this was a divine intervention, and all the things that happened that put him in that restaurant with us. And he wasn't planning on going there. And yeah, just very cool. So, just in a few days, God's put people in my life. The guy I met Thursday at Costa, he was checking in a new man, and the manager brought me out to talk to him, and he said, Brian, I've heard of you. I go to the AA meeting, and I went to an AA meeting Friday. He wasn't there, but he told me you should go. And I went today. And Chris, he wasn't there again, but you know it. But I was there, and I went to a lot of AA meetings for a lot of years. I haven't been to a meeting in 8 years, and sometimes we need to go back to where we came from. And it was funny. The topic today was on like not fitting in. And sometimes we don't feel like we fit in. I've always struggled with that. And at the meetings I do, these are alcoholics and addicts, and we're wired a little differently. So yeah, it's been cool. And these interactions and meetings that are taking place are, they're not by mistake. They're all God moments. And yeah, I'm really grateful and kind of in awe. It's like, boom, he's puts these people in our life that and it's not by coincidence. So very cool. Just wanted to share a little bit about that. And yeah, divine interventions. It's the most visited national park in the country. So it's awesome. God put us here, just close to it. And yeah, come down for a walk here. And yeah, it's amazing. Thank you, God. But going back to my car now, and yeah, it's just I've been sharing just a lot of stuff, very honest, Now I got the guy screaming at me, the parking attendant, and in my head, I go to the bad places sometimes. I'm really trying to work on that, Hope you didn't break my windows out, because I'm from Chicago. I got an axe handle in the back seat. I'm always thinking about just being prepared, I guess, and yeah, usually these things come to mind. I don't act on them. I had a time down at the beach, very secluded area, and this guy, there's a lot of drugs here, drug problems, this crackhead. I never felt right about this guy down by Mount Apollo, and I was told he's dangerous, and he just came out of the bush, like out of the jungle, and started asking me for money. I didn't have money, and he had a machete in his hand. He started kicking my car, and I'm in the middle with no one around. I was in the car already. I started backing up, and I got to get out of this situation. I pulled down. Then I was mad because he kicked my car. So I got out, and I got a walking stick out of the back, and he's coming, and I was gonna beat him with a stick for kicking my car, and but I didn't. That's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to turn to God, and he kicked my car, and that sucks. But I put a dent in it. But I left. But then I went to a store, and I thought, he's got a machete. I don't think my walking stick could handle it. I bought a composite axe handle. Now that's in my car, and then there's a machete in my car. And I went back looking for him, and I saw him, but I didn't stop. And I went home, and I called my pastor, though. I told him what happened, and how sometimes dealing with stuff like that, it's hard as a Christian, because I want to resort back to. It's easy to go back to old behavior and take care of this, and that's not what God wants us to do. So my pastor, his name's Josh, he said, I'm proud of you for calling me. And we have these thoughts today just because we're walking with God. And man, I'm praying every day, all day. I read the Bible every day, and I still, so I appreciate honesty. I hear some people say, I've never thought like that. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I do. And I don't act on these things and road rage. I hate people tailgating me. It can turn me into, I want to hit the brakes on me. But I don't. I did that once. Guy pulled up next to me with a gun. Another guy ran me off the road into a wall in Chicago. I was chasing him. So I don't hit the brakes on people anymore, But it's about growth. And thoughts might come. And guy didn't do anything to my car, most likely, but in my head, we go to, what if, we can put ourselves into a lot of worry and unnecessary stress. So, anyway, just wanted to share that. My head works. It's scary sometimes. I'm gonna wrap this up. It's a little beach walk and talk. Manuel Antonio. Yeah, follow our ministry. There'll be a link down there. We're Costa Ministries, helping Bend Recovery House and Casa de Amor, the House of Love. And it's been helping them for 20 years, so we're really involved with them. And they're children of Cacao, very poor area. We're feeding the kids, helping the kids, and yeah, more information on the website. But donate if you can. We're doing good things here. Subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna keep posting. Just keep posting. Not all perfect, not edited. It's yeah. Somebody says I say too cool too much. Yesterday I repeated myself a lot. I said Beach Church probably 100 times. You're working on that stuff, but yeah, when I overthink, I get scripted. So I just yeah. So anyway, follow our channel. Check out our website. Across to the country, across to the mountain, Ministries. And yeah, thanks for watching. A little bit of a walk along the road here. So. Manuel Antonio. Heading down, this is how you get into the national park. A lot of vendors. Hello. Surf lessons. Here's the beach. The beach at Manuel Antonio. A lot of rip currents here. A lot of people drown from rip currents. And yeah, tell a story later. First couple weeks we were here, ladies found a little body floating out there. Me and my wife, she had us out there looking, helping her try to find the body. Creepy. But anyway, here's the end of the road. Here's my car. This didn't burn. There's Mr. Security Guard. They're gonna try to get money out of me. So, okay.